The border fence cuts through his land. No matter where Rusty Monsis goes, it's almost always in sight. Monsis has spent his life here on the border with Mexico, and all too often he watches drugs and people were smuggled into the US. Monsis says each year it has gotten steadily worse. That's why he voted for Donald Trump, and that's why Monsis is for Trump's border wall.
Until Mexico cleans up its own government to stop more of the illegal activities, we will need this wall. Because the United States is a big marketplace for illegal drugs, for illegal people.
2/3 of his land lies between the Rio Grande River, which forms a natural border to Mexico, and the border fence. Each day, Monsis travels back and forth through one of the transit points. Monsis suffers from cancer. He says if the government needs his land to build the new wall, he's ready to sell.
Actually, I love this property. I was raised here. But I'm in a medical situation. All the stress and everything is not helping what I've got.
Just next door lives Pamela Taylor. When the border fence was built here 10 years ago, she found herself living between the Rio Grande and the fence. Effectively, her home is no man's land. She knows every border guard here. But in spite of this, she doesn't feel safe. Not long ago, drugs were found on her property.
You have to be alert. You have to make sure that your doors are locked. You have to make sure that if you go out, your windows must be closed and everything. I mean, there are so many things that you have to do to make yourself safe.
Pamela Taylor does not want a border wall between the US and Mexico. She says the old border fence has achieved nothing. Taylor wrote numerous letters of complaint to lawmakers, but she no longer trusts politicians. She has a clear message for Donald Trump.
I wanted to call him, and I was going to say, you are doing exactly what our state representatives did to us before. They're bullying it in, and we're going to build a wall. No, no, no. You need to start thinking about the people whose lives you're going to disrupt before you start building that wall.
The 88-year-old wants more patrols and more border guards. And if the government needs her land for its new border wall, Pamela Taylor won't give up easily, because this, she says, is her home.
To build the existing fence, the US government has spent almost $80 million to compensate private landowners. Some condemnation cases remain open until today. And now the new administration is gearing up for a fight over properties like this one here. To build a border wall here in Texas is going to be time-consuming and costly.